Dear viewers, thanks for tuning in to the Tom Photo channel. I just produced a video where I showed you all of my Fuji lenses at once. The link is in the text box. It's only logical that I do the same with my Fujifilm cameras that I currently own. Here they are all together with the lenses that I most commonly use with them. I've had more Fuji cameras, but some of them I no longer own, mostly because I simply cannot own all the cameras I like. I have reviewed all of my cameras one by one. The links are below in the text box. Let me very briefly go over the cameras individually before I take a more collective view on my set. The X10 is the granddaddy of them all, in the sense that this camera started my love for Fuji cameras. It offered such a different and fresh view on photography. The lens is not interchangeable and it's basically a point and shoot with a 2/3 sensor. It's the design and photography experience that makes this camera special. The camera is small, built like a tank, and in the leather case basically explodes with style. Its photos are not the very best, but they are with a character, and the lens is extremely high quality optics. The X-T30 is what I call my workhorse, and this is why I have two of them. You see, I often have to film with two identical cameras. It is the most capable and modern in my Fuji collection and finds use when megapixels and overall image quality matter the most. One is attached to a 55-200 telephoto and the other typically has the 18-55 kit lens attached. This is also my most common video camera because not only are its images superb, but so is the video, both at HD and 4K. This camera alone could do all I ever wanted. The X-T20 is photographically speaking really similar to the previous one. I use it for fine photography but not for video because the X-T30 will beat it. The X-T20 is what I carry with me on my photography walks. I own it to give my X-T30s some rest if it makes sense. I grab it with me in the morning when I see mystical fog or colors outside and dash out of the door to catch them. It's also my travel camera when I don't go too far and take a larger lens along. The lenses I use with it vary the most, and this camera has no resident lens like my others do. The X-T20 together with the X-T30 represent the three color schemes that the Fuji cameras come in. The X-E2 is a rangefinder style, but under the hood quite similar to the X-T10 for example. It's very highly regarded among the die-hard Fuji fans, and often they cannot exactly pinpoint why they like this camera so much. They are proud that the camera has 16 megapixels and not more, because the images are expected to be very clean. The X-Trans 2 sensor it houses has a special status among fans too, although I don't see a very clear advantage of this sensor as I show in my sensor video. The link is below. But the camera is a joy to use, indeed. Most commonly I have my 35mm f1.4 prime lens in front of this camera, and the camera is at the most accessible location in the house to be used for photographing the kids or the cat indoors when they do something funny. The X-A1 is a camera that has surprised me the most. I bought it for those more risky situations where something could happen to the camera so that I didn't have to risk my better cameras. The little guy has proven so wonderful that it gets more use from me every day. With small lenses, it's so small and capable that it tags along with me everywhere I go when I don't expect to see something special to photograph. This, of course, leads to some of the best photos because my just-in-case camera sees what the other cameras usually don't. And then there's the XP120. I don't really use it because it's not mine, it belongs to my daughter. She's not using it either, she's using her cell phone. But we cannot sell it because it's her birthday present several years ago. Our plan is to start using it for underwater photo and video because it can do that. This would be our quality time together. We still have not been brave enough though to throw it in a lake. We know it'll be fine there, but it's a birthday present after all. Why do I have so many Fujis? Well, one thing led to another. Every purchase was supposed to be the last one, or at least I promised to myself I'd sell another one of my cameras with every new purchase. That has not happened as often as it should. And this applies to my Nikons too, that I'm not showing today. But Fujis are special to me. They feel good in the hand and deliver so incredibly well. Their lenses and therefore the image quality beat the competition quite visibly for me. My apologies to all non-Fuji fans currently watching. Please disagree in the comments. Size really matters to me, and Fujis have always been small and very well built. The others are catching up here, of course. Small cameras get more use, and as a result you will get better pictures. But the greatest thing about Fuji is that they still don't feel like mainstream. They have their own way of doing things. For example, the combined button for aperture priority and shutter speed priority. It's another way of thinking, and it works for me. I also like that Fujis tend to be a bit more low-tech. They are among the least connected via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi and rely the least on fancy apps. They have directed their attention elsewhere, perhaps where it matters more. And since I couldn't care less about Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, I don't see these problems. I take out the SD card or use the cable when I download my photos. I'm intentionally simplistic and low-tech about my photography because I like to think about the essence of it more than the indirectly related bells and whistles. The advanced functions of your camera don't turn you into a great photographer. Your abilities, mostly the ability to see, will do it. Do we think that Leonardo da Vinci was such a great painter because he had a very good paintbrush? But enough of philosophy. So which one of my current Fujis is most likely to be sold? Logically it should be the X-A1, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'd get peanuts for it, but I'd have to give up a truly great camera. The X-E2 is becoming more rare, and there are people out there who own several of them to make sure they will never run out in the future as the camera becomes more rare. So I'm holding on to mine as well, just in case. The X-T30s are the most capable, and I need two of them to film simultaneously from two different directions. The X10 is my museum item that's too dear to me. The XP120 belongs to my daughter, so cannot sell that one either. That leaves me with the X-T20. It's one of the nicest cameras ever produced. It only makes sense to sell it because at least you still get a little bit of money for it, and the X-T30 can replace it in almost every aspect. But nah, I don't think it's going to happen. Especially these days, when money is getting so cheap that buying old cameras becomes a reasonable investment venue. This is not true of buying brand new cameras. You might ask if I'm looking to buy more Fujis. If my wife is not watching right now, then the answer is yes. I'd consider just about any older Fuji I've not owned before, and when that happens, I'll report to you how I like my new old camera. I'm quite interested in the X Pro series and would also like an X-T3. We'll see how soon I get some of them. I could go on much longer, but why don't I stop here today and let you talk in the comments? I'm very interested in what your favorite Fuji cameras are and why. If you decide to give me thumbs up or subscribe to my channel, then that's a sure way to make me happy. I'll see you in my other videos. Goodbye.